when you're coming from an Eastern culture, like in Thailand, it's crazy. We accept it's like, you're not going to be able to decide how close this person's going to stand next to you. You're not going to be able to decide any of that. So I always tell, this is good for people, guys. You know, that this person is so loud and this person is annoyed. This is excellent community dynamic, you know.
It's such a...
Welcome to Fika's Focus. Voices leading change.
Here we are, big breaths in. We're with Vaughan and Celine from our favourite space.
Wait, have we actually started?
Yes, we are. We have started. We have started. No, we're really stoked to be here at Gather Cafe, my favourite cafe. I do a lot of work here. It's finally amazing to sit down and be here and talk to you guys. You're a big part of my daily rituals. You're really beautiful people. I think it reflects in what Gather stands for lots of people in the community. I see lots of different people, but I see generally lots of the same people here. I think for me personally, for someone who likes a bit of din when I work, this is the perfect spot, and it's in the most beautiful spot in the country. So it's amazing to be able to sit down with you guys, yarn with you about a few things, and record it this time because we do yarn about a lot.
A lot, yes.
So one thing I want to really talk to is just been the evolution of Gather in terms of what it has really become in the community. And I thought getting your guys, your whakaaro, your thinking on that, did you envisage Gather would be this way?
That's a good question. I think I'll let you take this one, Celine.
I think that, I don't know if at the start we had a vision, because I think like most people when we start a business, we don't really know what's going to happen. But now, like after 2 years reflecting back, there's definitely a few key things that we like to see in the cafe. And first of all, definitely big thank you to you and to the team as well, because you've been such a huge part of this journey. You were here from the beginning and even before that. And you all bring such a beautiful energy to the cafe. You come in and work and journal and connect. And when we see those kind of connection, it's definitely something that's like, okay, this is why we're here. We love seeing this in this space. So that's definitely one element of us, of envisioning Gather. I think another part that I had in mind was just from my experience in hospitality is creating a good work environment for the team. Like myself working in hospitality, not that I've had terrible boss or anything, they've all been really great operators, but there's a lot of things that I wish as a manager I could have integrated into the cafe. So being here, slowly I'm seeing these little things being integrated into the cafe, and seeing some younger team members coming in and learning new skills, and everybody's in a good mood, and it's really wonderful. And customers connecting, that's another one that
it's a huge
especially here as a community. I've never really seen this in too many other places, but our locals really connect with each other. They know each other by first name. These are strangers, outside of here, and they come here every morning and they have their morning coffees and they connect and they begin to, and I was just like, wow, this is incredible.
Well, there are lots of people that I talk to here that I do not talk to anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't have their numbers or social media, not that I'm on, but I don't have any other way of talking to them outside of Gather.
Yeah.
And I think that sums up, and there's lots.
Yeah.
I've brought people here for meetings and they're new together and they're like, because I'm saying hello to lots of people, and they're like, but it's because you're right, lots of locals come here because this is their hang up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're very lucky to have that as well. I mean, Celine's had a lot of time as a manager and working in this industry where I haven't. So for me, it's I always thought, we're selling a service, so we're selling food and drink. But over time, people come in. We've had some people tell some stories about they've had things happen to them and they're in a bit of a darker place. And you take a couple of minutes and you talk to them, and next thing they say, "Man, thank you for that chat." And it's like, wow, okay. So I'm starting to notice this is more than just a transactional thing. This is actually a community, which I didn't think was ever going to be a thing. So I'm starting to rethink my way of all right, so this isn't just a place to make money, it's a place to actually build a community where everyone wants to come because, like, yeah, they're going to make friends, they're going to feel wanted, they're going to just feel good about things. So very, very lucky about that.
So we were talking about the irony. The irony was we were talking about this and that. We were talking about great service versus good coffee, and which can certainly turn people away. Bad coffee, yeah, you might turn away. Bad service, you probably will definitely turn away.
Yeah.
And both, you're out.
Yeah.
And we were reflecting on that. We were like, so great service can still save bad coffee, or bad food, and in that instance where I've come in and probably never had a bad experience, and I have fed back some stuff. There's been times where I've fed back, I like my avocado a certain way, or that's a better way I like. It's the lemon in there's yum, or this, or but ultimately you seem to have really nailed the service. I don't want to say training, but the culture of service has stayed pretty relevant even through change.
It's a huge win to hear that. It's a big compliment, and even things being sent back. It's actually a really great thing when things get sent back to us and we get negative feedback. We actually don't get enough, and I'm always like, tell me more. Is this actually good? Because we have a really kind and friendly customer, and they are really patient with us. But I need to know, is the toast good? Is the avocado good? And all of that. So keep those feedback coming, and we keep telling the team that, guys, this is a real opportunity for us to do better. They're not telling us that we're doing a bad job. They're telling us how they like it. Come on, we can do that. And in terms of the team and the people coming through, it's a big learning curve from the beginning of our hiring process. When we didn't know who we were, we didn't hire the right people that was aligned with us, and then they could be the perfect barista. They could be fast, efficient, but there are some core values that we didn't know was so important to us. So even that didn't work out. But there are other people with similar core values.
Yeah.
And then we're just clicking. It just feels like, we're on the same page. So this thing we don't need to battle. And I'm really happy to hear. Really happy to hear that. Yeah, that we're glad. Yeah.
And so going backwards, the revision piece, and this could be controversial. I'm not a great believer in vision, as a steadfast thing. You evolve as a business, even in the simplicity of a cafe. In terms of transactional service, I pay money and I receive goods for said money. But ultimately, when we have a vision that's real steadfast, it doesn't allow us to take in the data that tells us we're probably something else. Take the big table. I think that's a good example, right?
Yeah, very good example, I think.
The big table came in when, obviously, we had that other table, but the big table came in and has created... I often sit here and work, and there's other people around me that work, and it's a shared space in some ways, but it's a good example of not being so steadfast on what you believe or it needs to be. How do you, though, grow that into your people? Because you guys are sometimes not here.
Well, I think one thing as well, like how Celine touched base on before, not always looking for the people with the best skill, but with a bit more of who they are that is very similar to us. So we're trying to, you can teach things, but you can't really teach a person's core values and who they are. So when we're hiring, those are the things that we're looking for. We're looking for people that want to be here, that are really good with people, that love to support others as well as carry if they need to. So that's where I think things are actually are going to work when we're not here, and just having a very good. We're still working on ours as well, but when people entry, what they call our systems. Having a very detailed system so that people can understand what we need.
Standards.
What we need here.
interesting because I know that I'm part of some standard,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
talk to that because I think not that I'm worried about it for being me, but maybe just talk to me instead, not other people. But
Yeah.
what's the reasoning for that sort of system?
Yeah. So I love systems personally. I really like to take the guesswork out of things and make it really clear. And I think in the past, in my experience, when the expectations weren't clear, it's really hard to know if you're doing a good job. I've experienced that myself as an employee working for other. I never knew if I was doing great or not because I never knew what was expected of me. I never knew what the standard of great job meant. And so when we began Gather, the first thing that I did was I created a thorough onboarding module. It's only, to be honest, only an hour. And it really sets the expectations of, and this is just really basic. I have bigger visions for that, but it basically talks about how we want our guests to be treated, how we want to treat each other, how you should treat yourself here, and what kindness looks like, what's being helpful looks like, also what not being helpful looks like. And every team member that comes on, we sit down for 2 to 3 hours on their first day, and then we go through all that onboarding module together so that if they have any questions, we can just go through there. And I feel like that sets a really good starting point. And most places don't do that. So I feel like from then onwards, after that session, they know exactly what is expected, and anything that I wasn't clear on, we can clarify then. But even that process, it changes too. Like from the first time we did that onboarding module to now, it's like, wow, there's actually a lot of updates that's happening now, or that we're improving and getting better on. And now that everybody does that onboarding module, everybody knows that we've all done it. We all know what is expected of us. And when we forget, even I forget, I'm like, wait, what did we decide on? Can we check this? Like, what did I forget now? So it's really helpful. I feel that our training there. Yeah.
You're right that a lot of businesses don't take the time to focus on the onboarding.
Yeah.
You know, financial security is certainly a critical factor of any business. You have to make money. That's for sure. Otherwise, it just becomes a very expensive hobby. But creating situations or systems that take guesswork out is something that a lot of encouragement continues to be needed, because once we set that up, then you can actually be creative. That's when creativity can start to happen. And as much as we think in a transactional service there's no creativity, 100% there is.
Yeah.
You know, you can sense the vibe of a room, and maybe you want to think, oh, creatively I'm going to chuck on some music to try and just, you know, fuel that. Or we know it's a Wednesday or maybe Thursday morning and people might be just struggling to get through, having a bit more upbeat. Or I'm a bit more upbeat myself personally. All those sorts of things, as long as we know what the baseline is for success. And I think also with a strong onboarding system, it allows you to, right, here's success, we're just going to start there and we'll go from there.
Exactly.
Versus like, oh, I don't know what success is, looks like, feels like. And then so my line is always skewed. Yeah. I think that's such a valuable business lesson. I wonder how many people actually take the time. I want to talk to something, because you said, the first thing you said was, we want people that want to be here.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that. Because if you start there, do you want to be here? Oh, nah. Oh, well, interview over. See you later.
No
you know?
point. Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm always amazed when I don't interview now, but I used to say, oh, what do you know about Future Focus? And they'd be like, oh. And I'm like, oh, well, we've got quite a big online presence. You can find lots out about us. You probably should go away and have a think.
Do a little bit of research. Understand. You know, there's enough out there about us. But I love that. Why is that such a critical factor for you guys? Because it can determine how a person is here. Like, you know how old school sayings, you know, one bad egg can ruin a batch. And it's totally true. I mean, if someone doesn't want to be here, they can drag everybody else. And it's very easy. Like, if you don't need to be super in tune to feel when someone is off or is angry or doesn't want to be here, you can feel it. And that not just our team, but our customers too.
Yes.
So it's a big part of it. Like, yeah, if everyone's happy, then the place and the vibe itself is just going to be, great. So that's essentially why.
It's such a, I just so agree with it. It's just like, yeah, I've worked in education with people that they're miserable. Bro, like, you're here with kids, man, like leave if you're not, like, what are you doing?
And they're probably some of the most sensitive people, the kids.
Yeah, they pick up, man. Like, but you're so right, because if someone walks up and you guys see, like barbers, you guys see a lot,
Yeah.
And I have been here where I may have upset someone because I am loud or something like that because I don't know what's going on in their day. Lots of people come and kind of just diffuse in cafes, especially in places where they know I can get good coffee. People are going to talk to me quite nicely, relative.
Yeah.
And if you can blow their day by being like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
oh, what do you want? Or not even saying hello.
Yeah. I mean, just for example, on the same sort of thing, there was a lady that came to the counter I've actually never seen before, and I work here quite often, and something seemed off, and I said, "Are you okay?" And she just said that she had a family member that passed yesterday, so I bought her coffee for her and gave it to her, and she just broke down. I'm like, it's just a coffee, but it's the act on that.
Yeah.
So, and I hope that any of our team members would do the same thing. Like we've got a little bit of a thing where we let our team members decide if someone deserves to have a free coffee. And that's for them to decide to make that judgment.
Actually, that's another thing that, so we tell our team that we offer 2 free coffee a day.
Yes.
So, and you know what? It's actually really hard to get our team to like remember that. It's like, did you give like 2 free? Oh yeah, that's right. Obviously there's even more things behind that, but even that is encouraging our team to notice the differences and the diversity of people in this environment. There are people that are going to come in and have huge laughs and huge discussions. There are people that are going to come in and they're going to be quiet in their corner. And for us creating this space, we do need to learn to adjust as per needed. We might be so full on and they're coming in, they're just coming in, they want to go read their book, have their coffee, just leave them be. Sometimes they want to come in and work. They don't want to hear your story, but some other people, they're going to want to love hear your story. So it really is us having so much space to adapt. And diversity is another one, because I feel like in the West, a lot of people here have set ideas on how this environment should be, this volume, this and this, that. But when you're coming from an Eastern culture, like in Thailand, it's crazy. We accept it's like, you're not going to be able to decide how close this person's going to stand next to you. You're not going to be able to decide any of that. So I always tell, this is good for people, guys. That this person is so loud and this person is annoyed. This is excellent community dynamic, know.
It's such you're right, because in the acceptance of what's going on in people's world, where we never really truly know what's going on, and that we've probably all come here for a purpose, whether it to be meeting with someone, getting my downtime, a mum who's not had any sleep because they've got a newborn and the husband's come home and out walking with the child and they're coming in to find some time, or to mourn, or to celebrate, or to get a child who's coming into an Ames Games final, get some good food into them, right? It's all that stuff that you guys as a collective meet, and food is such a beautiful... I always struggle because my kids aren't real diverse eaters, because food has always been a way that I've sat down and talked to people, and especially when I learn about new foods, it's such a good thing. And the connecting part to this all, and the diversity you're talking to, is that generally someone's coming here for some reason, whether it be entirely selfish, which is great, fantastic. I think people need to think a bit more like that in their own times. But you're so right. The noise in one space, like Tony, he calls us noisy Thursday. He loves it. He gives me shit about it. I love that. It's noisy Thursday. It tells me what day of the week we're at.
But that's the kind of thing that's really cool, right? Is that you have all these individuals that have their own colourful character to them. Like I still remember on the first times I met you, you're like, "Hi, I'm Ray." We're talking for a wee while, and you're like, "Don't get rid of those chili eggs." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, still the best chili eggs going around. But it is again, I think when we talk about the principle of gathering, is food as a central piece.
Yeah.
I think it's been captured beautifully in this essence. And the other thing too, though, is like, how do you continue? You know, in the book "Pour from Your Heart" by Howard Schultz, the Starbucks creator.
Oh yes. Yeah.
He said, well, he's not the creator, but his Starbucks is what it is today because of him. One thing that stuck out to me was like, how do you get big and stay small? And like that has stuck in my mind in business development. But actually, you guys have captured the essence of a lot of that by you've got clear systems, and that's important. But you've also got the awareness to recognize and see what's going on in crowds. That some people want to read their book, some people want to laugh out loud, some people want to do some work, figure out how to do a podcast. And go from there. You've actually got the equation right?
Oh, well, I didn't even think about it, to be fair. Just trying to do our best. And honestly, we're sitting there every day going, how can we do better? What can we do different? Yeah. And I'm for me, I'm here a lot of the time, so I get to see a lot. But for this lady here who's in the background working on systems like relentlessly, you know, she's like trying to better so that we can move as a collective. Like, so yeah, it was weirdly, I was never meant, for me, I didn't want to be the face of the place, but I kind of ended up being the face of the place while Celine's been the one in the background. So yeah, it's cool, but yeah, that's what it is. It's just working on it and continuously working on it.
I think we're still small, so maybe.
But small relative, right? Like small relative that we know hospitality is going through tough times.
Yeah.
Small is relative.
Yeah.
Because there were people that were bigger than you that are now gone. They're much smaller than you. Like that. Yeah. That's the way that's why I sense the gratitude of where you sit today. We know people are doing it tough out there. We know. We know that we can look through any level of statistic that shows hospitality since COVID actually have never quite recovered. And the ones that are doing well are part of major collectives of, you know, they've got the backing of a massive group. And you guys out here in your own space as a single entity, thriving in my view, because small is a relative term. You know, we're big. Future Focus is big, but we're small relative to Best Start, who've got 260 centres, or Kindercare that have got 10 times us, 50 centres. You know. We're small relative, but actually we're massive compared to some other people. But I just know that people are doing it tough. And you guys have managed to continue to thrive by keeping simple aspects out in front.
I feel like it's still probably still tough for us as well, if we're going to be honest. Yes. But I think that the emphasis, I don't know business so well, but I do know that it's been 2 years, which means at the moment the emphasis is learning. It's not so much about making all the money, because we don't even know business yet. And even now it's like learning about business, about people, about our guests, about our team, about ourselves. And so we're very content with where we're at, but some other hospitality business owners, perhaps they were part of the days that things were thriving, but for us, we don't really know what that looks like, so we can't really compare to that. We are, we've worked before, so for us, we're just happy that, we're open, people are coming, we're grateful, our team is good, we're paying our bills,
Most great businesses started in tough times. I think and if you're able to survive in tough times, you're going to thrive in great times. I know that's coming for New Zealand. I'm a very optimistic guy, but I also do try to build my optimism on what I know, see, feel, and hear. And Gather is a place that I get to add to that knowledge set, because I talk to lots of business owners here. How are you going? What's going on? You know, is there any way we can help? Should we podcast? Because we can generate some things. And I'm a proactive guy. You know, I'm like, if you're getting hiding somewhere, you got to go out and figure out how do I swing more punches and to try and get some wins. You know, like, we can all just sit back and say, oh man, things are tough. They are, but what do we stick to? And that is, you know, no matter how tough things are, I can still be kind. It doesn't cost me anything to be kind. It doesn't cost me anything to be curious around people's settings and situations and scenarios, to show empathy, and hopefully celebrate a few things with people as well.
Yeah.
We're nearly at the end of the year.
Yes.
Oh.
I know.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
It feels like the start.
Crazy, eh?
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, we're nearly to October. What does the end of the year look like for Gather?
Hot.
Well,
Hot and people walking in their swimsuits.
Yes.
Which you can't see the sea, so it's togs.
Yes.
Togs or undies.
Is that a... Yeah. Okay, yes. Yeah.
I think for us, in a lot of cases, I think we try to build consistency and stick with it. And I think just holding consistency for people, so being consistent and present with the people that we meet at the till, from as soon as they come into the door, it's going to stay very similar, as well as consistency with food and the drinks that we provide, to try to keep everything really consistent so that people know, do you want to go together? We know what to expect from the people and also what they're going to get.
Question, before we finish up,
yeah.
do you go to other cafes?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
See, it's like, I like going to other people's childcare centres. I love walking in and being like, whoa, that's way better than us, you know, or like, man, we can do that too, or the other way of like, oh man, we are doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the above for us too. We do the same thing where, like, Celine will be like, oh, should we go over and check out this place? Oh yeah, I haven't been there before, and so just you get to sort of see what people are doing, how they're doing it, and you can see relative, like, oh, are we pricing things right? Are we too expensive? Not expensive? And all that.
It was hilarious. I was in Taupo once, not so long ago, and I was there with a mate, and he wanted a long black, and I wanted a flat white, and I was like, told her, and she's like, oh, $7, and I was like, no, I want 2 coffees, a long black and a flat white, small flat white. She's like, yeah, $7.
Wow.
I was like, your prices are too cheap.
That's crazy.
She's like, what? And I was like, it's $7 for one in Papamoa. Like, she's like, what? I was like, yeah. She's like, hey, you just told us.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I feel like I really like to visit other places, to support as well other places.
Yes.
I know a lot of real chatterbox. I know a lot of other cafe operators as well.
Yeah, awesome.
And some are very experienced one. I get to pick their brains. It's like, tell me how you're doing, how are you feeling? Because we're still really new here. But even in terms of pricing, just recently I went around town and actually compared all our pricing so that we know where we're sitting. And then that is something that now I need to tell the team, hey guys, when we're told that our coffee is too expensive, I guarantee you they're not, because I've checked. So even that kind of information, because sometimes
to reassure,
we feel that a little bit intimidated. Are we expensive? Because
the
team doesn't know this information. So I provide with them, guys, please be assured that we're in good pricing. Or this is the size of our toasty. Yes, I know we're getting complaints that this is too small, but no, actually, if we look around, this is the pricing we're matching. The pricing of the community.
For like.
It's current.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah. Let's give a bit of a shout out to some of those places which you look up to.
Yes. Breadhead in Tauranga.
Yeah.
Yes, I went there for the first time the other
really?
day.
First time.
Yeah, Kyle and my mate went there, and
So good.
I had a sausage roll from there, coffee. Wow.
Yeah, good, eh? Yeah.
Wow, very good.
They're like European pastries, so I love. They need to come here. Rika, a little a Japanese place in Tauranga, so delicious. They're owned
Amazing.
by a couple with 2 young kids.
Brian and
great
Rika.
quality. Other coffee shops that I like to. Soul Bowl at the
Yes.
Mount.
Yeah.
Best matcha
Yeah.
in town. We go there all the time. I think those are generally. I love Mount Maid as well.
Yes.
They make the best cardamom bun.
Their toasted sandwich, man, with the salt
yes.
on it, and yeah.
Exactly. So there's so many. I could probably list. Like I probably know so many of them. But yeah, it's really good. Plenty of other good places.
Yes.
Heaps. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, I love coming here.
Thank you.
Lots of people do.
Cheers,
We celebrate your success with this podcast, but also the connection personally that I have with you guys. I value all the times we get to sit down and yarn about life or business or all those sorts of things. I'm here to always talk to, and I love being in your guys' presence. So, well done.
Thank you.
We look forward to the Togs season and the beauty of summer.
Yeah.
And yeah, Gather Cafe.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
really stoked to have you guys on.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ray.
Yeah.
You're always an amazing person to talk to. You've got so much knowledge, and you've helped me through so much stuff in the earlier days. So I just want to personally thank you so much.
Yeah, and for us as well, it's been so wonderful to have you and your team as part of the community, to be part of this, to have people that we can talk to and oh my God, this is so stressful. Can you tell me how to do this? People skills, and it's just incredible. So we're really grateful to everyone, to our team, and to the community. The community in Papamoa is so kind. I just want to say this. So consistent, so we're very grateful.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Good to have you guys on.
Thank you so much.
Up the wires.
Of the was.
Awesome, well done.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I can relax now. Did that go okay?
There might be the opening part.
Pardon?
Are we?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you got to do that. You got that on camera.
That would be so good.
Yeah, you got to do that.
I thought it would be. Oh, are we rolling?
Yeah.
Both. Oh my goodness.
I would.